Hello everybody, my name is MC Atlas and welcome to part 44 of how to build a world flag map in Minecraft. Today we're going to be building 5 countries today: Nepal, which we're going to build right now, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and the Maldives. So let's get started. So for Nepal, you are going to need black, blue, red, and white concrete. We're going to start off with our black concrete. And from this block, we're going to go left by 4. Oh yeah, I should probably specify. We're on over here where we have this little panhandle here. This is called Sikkim, I believe. From this block, we're going to go left by 4. And then we're going to have a row of 4 underneath that row of 4. Just like that. From this block, go left by 4. Up right by 1, left by 4, up by 1, left by 2, up right by 1, left by 3, up by 1, left by 3, down right by 1, left by 1, down by 1, left by 3, up by 1, up left by 2, down left by 2, left by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, up by 2, right by 2, and up left by 1. From this block, go up by 1, left by 1, 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 up by 1, down left by 1, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up right by 1, left by 2, up by 3, right by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whoa, sorry, go up by 1, so instead of 7 just have 6, and then go up by 1, left by 2, up by 1, left by 2, up right by 1, left by 2, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, up left by 2, right by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 2, up by 1, left by 1, down by 1, left by 3, down by 1, left by 2, up right by 1, left by 2, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 2, left by 1, up by 1, left by 2, 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 up by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up left by 2, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 2, up right by 1, and left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down by 1, left by 1, down by 2, left by 1, down by 2, left by 2, down right by 1. If it connects like that diagonally, that's how you know you've done it correctly. Anyways, we're gonna do the little things here. So get out your blue concrete, and from this block where we have this indent of 2 kind of here on this left block here, so from this block go up with blue concrete, and then to the right of that go down with red concrete. We're going to do the same on the other side over here. So where we have this little block, just fill that in just like that. Kind of, it's pretty hard to explain, but like that. And then on the row above from here, go right with blue concrete. And then on top of that, we're going to have a row of red concrete. There we go. And finally, with our red concrete over on this block, from here go down by 1, down right by 2, right by 1, down by 2, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, and we'll have a row of blue concrete on top. Finally, we'll do this little design, the star and moon type thing. So from here, over here, from this block right here, go left by 1, with white of course, up left by 1, up right by 3, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 3, right by 1, up by 3. From this block right here, go left by 1, down right by 1, sorry, down left by 1, then down by 1, down left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left by 1, down left by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up right by 2, right by 1. From this block, go up left by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, left by 3, up left by 1, up by 3, and right by 1. And on this block, go left by 3, up left by 1, up by 2, left by 1, down by 2, left by 1, down left by 1, up left by 3, down by 3, left by 1, down left by 1, up left by 2, left by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down by 2, down left by 1, left by 4, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, down left by 1, left by 1. So there we have it. All that we need to do now is to fill in this star and crescent moon in with white. The parts were blue concrete, or the little parts with blue concrete, and the rest in with red. Pretty hard to explain, but I will show you what it should look like. And so this is what you should have for Nepal. Now on to Bhutan. Right, so the next country we're going to build is Bhutan. For Bhutan, you will need black concrete, white concrete, orange concrete, and yellow concrete. We're going to start off with our black here, and from this block right here, we're going to go upright by 1. So I should probably do this more often. From this block right here, on the other side of second, go upright, then go up by 1, upright by 1, up by 1, upright by 1, up by 1, upright by 2, up by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 2, up by 1, right by 2, up by 1, right by 2, down left by 1, right by 4, down by 2, down right by 1, right by 4, down by 1, right by 3, and on top of that row of 3 we'll have another row of 3, and from this block go right by 3, down left by 1, and on this same block right here, on this one, go upright by 1, right by 3, down by 1, right by 2, down by 1, right by 1. So next we're going to build the dragon now. So with our white concrete from this block, sorry about that, go up by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 3, up left by 1, right by 2, up by 1, right by 2, down by 1, right by 1, down by 1, down right by 2, down left by 1, left by 2, up right by 1, right by 1, up left by 1. From this block, go up by 1, right by 3, and up left by 1. From this block, go up by 3, up right by 2, right by 2, down right by 1, right by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down right by 1, down by 1, left by 3, and up by 1. And then from this block right here, go up by 3, up right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 3, down right by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, up by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1. From this block right here, go up by 1, left by 1, up by 2, up right by 2, right by 3, up right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, go up by 3, with orange go up by 2 and down right by 1, with white concrete from here go left by 1, with orange concrete go left by 1, then down left by 2, up by 1, down left, up and left. And then now all you need to do is fill in the holes of the white concrete that we have created. So I'll just quickly do that now. There, just like that. And as the letters presumably indicate, on the left side of the dragon we're going to fill in with yellow concrete, and on the right side we're going to fill in with orange concrete. I'll fill it in just so you can make sure. And so this is the finished Bhutan you should have. Now on to Bangladesh. To build Bangladesh, you will need black, green, and red concrete. And we're going to start over here near the city of Kolkata here on this, we have this large river delta here, because that's practically the entirety of Bangladesh's coastline. It's a river delta. So anyways, from this block right here, over here, we're going to go upright by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left by 1, up by 3, and on this block go up by 2, upright by 1, and up by 1. We're going to go over here from this block, right by 2, up by 2, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right by 1, up by 2, and on that same block, go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go right by 1, up by 1, upright by 1, up by 1. On this block right here, go down right by 1, upright by 1, and up by 1. Excuse me, sorry about that. Then go down left by 1, down by 2, right by 1, up by 1. Fill that in with green concrete, and from here, go down right by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, 2, right by 1, up left by 1, up by 2. Then from this block, go up right by 1, down by 3, up right by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Down right by 1, down by 4. Sorry, down by 3. From this block, go down by 3. Go left by 3, sorry. On top of that row of 3, we're going to have another row of 3. And then from this block, on this middle top block here, go up by 2. Down left by 1, up by 1, 2, 3. Right by 2, down by 1, right by 2, up by 1, left by 1, up by 3, up left by 1, up by 2, left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 3, right by 2, up by 2, and down left by 1. Fill that in with green, And from this block, go down by 2, down right by 2, up right by 1, up left by 2. And then from this block, go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down left by 1, left by 1, up by 2, and then fill this in with green. Going back up to here, from this block, go right by 1, down right by 2, left by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, left by 1, up by 3, and then fill that in with green. From this block right here, go up by 2, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, whoops, right by 1, up left by 2, up by 1 on that same block, go down right by 1, down by 2, left by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, up by 2, right by 1, up left by 1, up by 1. Then fill that in with green concrete. From this block right here, go down right by 2, then go down by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, up by 1. Then from this block, go down by 3, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Then go down right by 1, up right by 1, up by 3, left by 1, and up by 1. Fill that in with green concrete. From this block, go down right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 3, up by 1, up left by 1, up by 2, left by 1. Fill that in with green. From this block, go up by 3, left by 1, fill that in, then go up by 1, right by 1, up by 2, right by 3, down by 1, right by 2, down by 1, right by 1, up by 1, up left by 1, up by 2, left by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be the outline for Bangladesh. All that we need to do now is to do the circle in the middle. So with our green concrete here, going to go up up all the way here on this block. From here with your green concrete, you're going to go up by 2. With red, you're going to go up left by 1, left by 2, down left by 1, left by 5, up left by 1, left by 2, up left by 5, up by 2, up left by 1, up by 5, up right by 1, up by 2, up right by 5, right by 2, up right by 1, right by 5, down right by 1, right by 2, down right by 5, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 5, down left by 1, down by 2, down left by 5, no sorry, down left by 4. So it connects up like that. And there we have it. All we need to do now is fill in the circle in with red and the rest of the country in with dark green, which I shall do now. And just like that, that should be Bangladesh finished. Alright, to build Fiji, you will need black, yellow, and red concrete, and as well as a block you're just gonna delete later. So on the bottom right of here, we're gonna have a row of 6 going downwards, just like that, with a block you're gonna delete later. And beneath this, Oh yeah, I should probably specify from this point where we have this kind of little little corner, I don't know. Anyways, from here we're going to go down by 4, up right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, down by 2, down left by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 3, down left by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, left by 2, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down right by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, down right by 1, down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down right by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, 2, 3, 4, right by 5, up right by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, right by 1, up right by 5, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up left by 1, up by 1, down left by 1, up by 4, down left by 1, up by 2, down left by 1, up by 3, up left by 2, up by 1, up left by 1, up by 2, up left by 1, up by 2, left by 2, up by 2, up left by 1, up by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up left by 2, up by 1, up left by 3, left by 1, up by 1, left by 2, up by 1, left by 1, up left by 1, and left by 2. If you connect up like that, that's how you know you've done it correctly. So now all that we need to do now is for the flag. So with our red concrete from the bottom of this vertical row of 3, we're just gonna go right until we hit black concrete. Sorry about that. So yeah, just a row like that, and on top of that row black of red concrete, we're gonna go up with yellow concrete, and we're gonna do the same over here. So on the top of this vertical row of 2, we're gonna have a row of yellow concrete, and on top of that we're gonna have a row of red concrete. Alright, so now we're gonna get out our yellow concrete again, and over where we have this kind of like 2x2 piece of black concrete, on this bottom left piece, we're going to go left by 1 with yellow, down left by 1, left by 1, down left by 1, left by 1, down left by 2, down by 2, down right by 1, left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 2, left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up right by 1, right by 3, up right by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, up left by 3, left by 1, down left by 1, left by 2, up left by 1, left by 2, up by 2, up left by 1, left by 2, down right by 1, left by 2, down right by 2, left by 2, down right by 2, right by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, up left by 1, up by 1, up left by 1, right by 2, and down by 2. And then from this block right here, we're going to go up left by 1, up by 3, up left by 2, right by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up right by 1, up by 3, right by 1, up by 2, up right by 1, and down by 2. Then from this block, go down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, down right by 1, right by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, down right by 3, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, up right by 5, up left by 1, left by 2, up left by 1, left by 2, up by 3, down right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 2, up right by 1, up left by 2, left by 3, up left by 1, up by 3, down right by 1, right by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up by 1, connect up like that. That's how you know you've done it correctly. Now all that's needed to do now is to, oh actually, one thing I should clarify, fill this gap in with yellow, or should I? Hold on, let me check. Yes, I should. So fill that in with yellow, but fill this gap in with red. There, probably should have specified that. But anyways, fill in the dragon and the sword. I think it's a dragon, pretty sure it is. The dragon and the sword in with yellow. The top and bottom parts with yellow, and the rest with red concrete. So I'm going to show you what that should look like. And so this is what Sri Lanka should look like, and now it's on to our final country, the Maldives. Alright, for our final and smallest country, we have the Maldives. You are going to need black, red, green, and white concrete, and I want you to locate this kind of like Tetris piece looking area of black concrete on the very southwest coast of India here. And with replacement blocks, you are going to go down left by 25. Oh, we're so close to getting that. I'm trying to get it perfect, man. 25 blocks down left from that, from here. I don't know if that was obvious, but yeah, 25. Once you've got that, with your black concrete, you're going to go down left by 1, then up by 1, left by 3, down left by 1, down by 2, right by 5, up by 1, and fill this in with red. Then from this block, you're going to go skip 2 blocks and place black concrete right there, so that you have 2 block space. Gonna go right by 1, down right, down left, left, up left, fill that in with red. From this block, go, I don't know how to explain it. From here, go down left, just do this shape, I don't know, like that, from there, if you know what I mean. There, from this block, you're going to skip a block and go right by 1, so 1 block in between. From here, go down by 2, left by 1, and on the same block, go right by 1 and down by 1. And then from this block, go down left with an invisible block, and then go down by 1, delete that, there. And then go down left by 1, down by 1, left by 1, down by 3, right by 2, up right by 1, up by 1, right by 1, up by 2, left by 1, and then fill this in with red. From this block, with a replacement block, go right by 2, with black, go right by 1, down by 3, right by 1, up by 2, just like that. And then from this block right here, go with replacement block, go down by 1 with black, get rid of that, go right by 1, down by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, down by 1, and left by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up by 1, left by 1, and up by 3. We're then going to fill this in with green concrete, and from this block with a replacement block, go right by 1, with black, go right by 1, delete that, go down by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 2, up right by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, left by 2, down by 2, fill this in with green. From this block right here, with a replacement block, go down by 1, black, go down by 1, delete that, go down left by 2, down by 1, left by 3, up by 1, left by 1, up by 2, and right by 5. On this very leftmost block, place a green concrete and fill the rest in with white. From this block, skip a block and go down with black concrete, and then with a replacement block, go down by 3, then go down by 2 with black, delete that, then go right by 1, down by 1, right by 1, down by 1, down left by 1, down by 1, left by 2, and up by 4. And then fill this in with green concrete. Then with a replacement block, go down left by 5, and then go left by 1 with black concrete, go down left by 1, down by 2, down right by 1, right by 1, up by 3, and left by 1. On this top block with white and bottom block with green, and then with replacement block from here, go right by 4, with black, go right by 3, delete that, down by 2, down left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 1, and left by 1. Fill that in with green. Okay, we'll go from here. From this block, go down by 4 with replacement block, and then go down by 1 with black, and right by 1. From here, go down by 2 with replacement block, down by 1, and then go right by 1, down by 3, down left by 1, up by 1, left by 1, up by 3, and then fill this in with red. From here, go left by 3 with a replacement block, with black, go left, down, delete that. From this block, go down by 2 with replacement block, go down right with black, down by 1, down right by 1, right by 1, up right by 1, up by 1, and left by 2. Fill this in with red, and then from this block, go down right by 1, 2, 3, 4 with replacement block, then down by 3, and up right by 1, delete that. From here, go left by 2, down by 2, right by 1, fill that in with red, and just like that, that should be the Maldives. I'll delete that later, but yeah, actually I'm gonna delete that now. So that's gonna be it. That is the Maldives completed, as well as Sri Lanka, as you can see over there. And then if we, well, I mean, it's gonna take a little while, go all the way up the Indian coast, up to the Bay of Bengal, I believe. Here we have Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal. And let me just zoom out all the way. Bit of awkward silence, I can't lie. And here we go. There. That is what we have built. That is how you finish South Asia in Minecraft. And yeah, the next tutorial will be Myanmar, because I don't really feel like doing China. So yeah, we're just gonna be doing Southeast Asia now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, bye. Oh, make sure to like the video if you didn't, dislike if you didn't. But yeah, anyways, that's the outro. See you in the next video. Goodbye.